Hi, my loves, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back. I am Kellen Love. I am an intuitive reader, a fairy, a painter, Renaissance woman a little bit. And I'm here to serve you some peace, love, and magic, all right? Some truth, some peace, some love, and some magic, all right? And yeah, I just want to tell you why you're full of success, why you're successful. And I want to tell you why maybe you're successful physically, but mostly I want to tell you why you're successful on an emotional, spiritual, soul level, So I'm excited. Let me know if you want a personal reading just for you. You can email me at kellenlovetarot@gmail.com. And besides that, I have socials and things down below if you want to follow or support further. But I'm just going to go ahead and get started, okay? We are going to do a prayer, and then I have 3 cards to choose from. You will pick which pile you feel drawn to the most, and the times for that card will be down below, and those are your messages, okay? I am so excited. I want to just tell you, I just want to hype you up and tell you your value, or more about your value and how you can give yourself more credit for being a winner and being successful, being victorious, and being full of richness of your soul, of your happiness, of your passion, whatever it is. I can't wait to let you know why you are so successful, okay? All right, so I'm going to do a little prayer. We're going to dedicate the reading, set the intention, say our gratitude, all that good stuff, and then we'll get into it, okay? All right. Dear Heavenly Father and Mother, dear Mother Gaia, great cosmic mother, to my angels, to my fairies, to the energies and entities and gods and goddesses that are all about love and wisdom and peace and prosperity and abundance and success, for healing, especially in healing and in love and in peace and magic. Thank you for being here. I invite you into this reading. I invite you into my energy. I invite you into my words and my message, these cards. I invite you to bless this message and bless my viewers. I invite my higher self and my viewers' higher selves to be here, be with me, and give the most divine, loving, successful reading that we can give. In the name of love, amen. So mote it be, and let's go. So we have 3 different piles to pick from. The first one is the Earthworm. Okay. The second pile is the Cheetah. All right. And the third pile is the Black Egg. All right. So we have the Earthworm, the Cheetah, and the Black Egg. All right. Pick your pile. Like I said, the one you're most drawn to. Please try to focus on your heart space if you can, more than mental. We're trying to get a little bit more of a body agreement into the decision that you make. And I'll see you there. All right, if you picked the Earthworm group, this is your message. This is your reading about what makes you so successful. I love the Earthworm card, okay? For one, because of this rainbowness. It reminds me of the snake eating itself, which is like a sign of alchemy and healing and regeneration and self-transformation. And so it reminds me of that. It's kind of reminds me of somebody that gets themselves knotted up purposely so they can create and find different solutions and think of the world differently and get creative by the way that they untangle themselves. So I think you are very successful with your creativity and your problem solving. The way that you know how to regenerate, self-regulate, and transform yourself, and the way that you just approach problems is what makes you so successful, because you think of each problem as an opportunity for creativity, and that mindset is just a pure success mindset, right? Because you're constantly creating. You're not just consuming the problem, you are alchemizing the problem. Maybe you consume it and then alchemize it like an earthworm eats the dirt. And then it brings life and air into situations. So it's like where places are really tough and stagnant and stale and constricted, and people have limiting beliefs and things like that, like their ideas are old or stale or just limited, you can go in there and eat all those problems, eat the shit. What I mean is that you fully embrace it. You fully embrace the crap of life, or the shitty situation, because you're like, if I absorb this and really think about this, I can untangle it. I can create. I can think of a new solution. So you really digest you really digest it. You really understand. Like when people are like, they understood the assignment. You understand the assignment, and you understand, or you can do miracles when you really understand people, when you really get into the emotional, in the depths and stuff. You can alchemize it, you can feel through it and change it into a new energy. Okay? All right. So let's just go ahead and get started. You show people where there's potential. You show people where they have a lot more potential. You show people when they can leave. You show people new ideas, new creativity, new passion. You show people new ways to grow. You have quick thinking. Your ideas really come in like from spirit or from your creativity or your spirituality, or probably those are one and the same, but it comes in quick, and you share these ideas and you bring life and air into situations. You bring new thinking, new ways of brainstorming, new ways of problem solving. All right. What makes you successful? What makes this group successful? Earthworm group, what makes you successful? Yes, see, you show people their potential. Oh my gosh. What the heck? When people are stuck, these are the ladies of star potential, okay? You literally got the star card. You give people new hope, new ideas, new light, healing. You are abundance. You are golden ideas. You are golden opportunities. You're walking golden opportunities. You have a well of possibilities. This is my card of potential and looking at possibilities and just seeing abundance and nourishment and just seeing opportunities all around you. And then you have the world, which is again amazing possibilities of, could be travel, could be spiritual elevation, could be connecting community. But like going to higher heights, seeing your potential, golden opportunities, that's your perspective. That's your attitude. So of course people want to grow and travel with you, because that's just who you are. You grow, you travel, you see opportunities, you have a well of ideas and creativity within you. You're the star. I mean, and you have a way of using this potential and healing and hope and elevation and connection and creativity. You have a way of using all that skill and power in places of darkness, of, like I said, very constricted, limiting. When people think they're powerless, that's when You show them a whole new world of power that they didn't even know they had. You are somebody that like ignites people, activates them. Yeah. Wow. What makes you so successful? What makes you so successful? But yeah, again, it's about that you take all of your light and hope into the dark, into these places where people really need help, or into these places where people do not see more opportunities, and they've just been stale or stagnant. You completely like burst that open and their situation. You have just like this rawness too. I think that's why you see so much potential, is because you're in touch with this very natural raw energy. So it allows you to see maybe a lot more than other people don't, because they have this very like refined, narrow view, and you're just like you take their ideas on a safari. I love that you have your emotional depth and emotional like peace too. Like you understand that emotions are what's fueling this creativity and these ideas and brainstorms. That's why you really digest what you're going through, is because you let the emotions fuel the creativity, and you have a lot of stamina, and you can really just put out a lot of light on people in the dark, and you light up things that people didn't even know were there. Like I said, like power and skills and different things, and ideas. You just light up the path, or you light up a new, like when people are like go towards the light, like it's because it's a new path, right? Like you go towards the light and you go into a new journey. That's what you do for people. You light up the path, you show them things that they didn't know was even there. And then you reflect back to them a lot, which is really helpful, because they can get, it might be that you're passing up back and forth moody emotions or something sometimes with people, but that's actually successful because you're healing each other, and you're really doing a lot for consciousness and humanity by the way that you reflect people and the way that you reflect light back into them, and especially how you get their light. And when they don't even see their light, you reflect their light back to them. And you're just so good at this kind of phoenixing. You help people phoenix. You help people get out of the dark. And you're not afraid of it because of the light and the hope and the ideas and the potential. You're not afraid to go dark because you know you can always bring light to it. All right. Wow. Okay. All right. Wow. Okay. What makes you so successful? Okay. This is the reflection card. I mean, yeah, what makes you so successful is your reflection. Yeah, that's what I just said. The way you reflect light back to people. You have the Wheel of Fortune. I'm done. What? You got the World, the Well, and the Star. Already I was like mind blown by this. I mean, it's the same vibe. It's the potential. It's the light. It's the life. Okay. But then I'm talking about the Mirror, and you get the reflection card. I mean, like the hunter of passion and reflection, that is this Queen of Wands right here. And it literally says reflection on the bottom. What? I've never even seen a fiery card be like a reflection card. Okay, anyway. Then you've got the World and the Wheel of Fortune. Like, you help bring people into new cycles. And you show them their abundance. Wheel of Fortune, you're fortunate, you're lucky. You bring blessings, you bring miracles, you bring fortune to people because you open up their eyes and you bring light into the dark so they see so many more opportunities. But how are you so freaking successful? Because you're just success. What? I ask, what makes you so... What? There's only one success card in all my decks. There's no other deck that has the word success on it, okay? And you got it. You're the star. You're success. You're fortune. You're fortuna. You're the world. You're Mother Gaia. You reflect back. You infuse life and passion into those reflections. You don't just get the energy and reflect exactly back. No, you get it, you absorb it, you alchemize it, and you infuse it with passion and love and creativity, and then you let it shine. You get what you receive, you turn it into gold, and then you let that shine. That's what the earthworm does. It creates life. Without these earthworms, the dirt would be so packed, so dense. It wouldn't have oxygen. It would just be black with nitrogen. But earthworms go in, they eat, and they create air, and they filter, and they turn it. They create new movement. And that's what you do. You infuse everything you do with passion and creativity and life, and you bring new ideas, new opportunities into everything you do. All right? Wow. Okay, just a few more cards, just a little bit, because how can I not spend just a little bit more time? Wow. Okay, what makes you so successful? What makes you so successful? What you create. Okay? Oh my gosh, what? This is blowing my mind. Oh, I feel it in my soul. Everything is just so lined up. This is the dirt. This is the stagnant. This is the rich black soil that I was just talking about. And the stagnation card comes in reverse. You go into these stagnated things, the dirt, the darkness, and you burst creativity, life, passion, emotion, heart. What makes you so successful? What makes you so successful? Your discernment. What makes you so successful? What makes this group so successful? You're a teacher. You're abundant. You got the abundance card, the liberation card. You liberate people. You show people their abundance. You are a teacher, and if you say you're not, you're lying to yourself. You have amazing discernment. You have so much passion. You have passion and confidence, and that's really the criteria you need to do whatever you want. It's just passion and confidence, because you have the heart, you have the abundance, you have the connection to spirit, you have the light, you have the energy, you have the creativity. You have it all within you. All right? I love you so freaking much. You are incredible, and your energy is so beautiful. I mean, you are the flippin' star. You help people phoenix. You help people liberate themselves. How are you so successful? You help people awaken. You help enlighten people. You help show people how they can be a teacher, how they can tap into their power, how they can tap into their potential. You are abundance. I'm asking why you're successful. You got the success card and the abundance card and the Wheel of Fortune. I love you so much. You are so incredible. I knew that the earthworm would be the most powerful, or just would feel this so much power behind the earthworm, because the people that would choose this, they have to think a little bit differently, and they have to be a beginner sometimes and be in their child energy sometimes, and they have to think about the might and the strength in not such an overt way. But you are so creative. You literally turn everything into gold. You are a healer. You will awaken. You're a spiritual teacher if you want to be, or at least a creative something. You are success. You are abundance. And you take in everything. You turn it into gold. You share it. And you help other people shine and find their star qualities. All right? Wow. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Tip jars and social are down below. I love you so much. I can't wait to see you again and your energy again soon. All right? I love you. Peace. All right, if you chose the cheetah pile, this is your reading on what makes you so successful. Okay, what makes you so successful is that You could be in the land of beasts, of big egos and different things, and you still maintain your heart and spirit, okay? Because a lot is moving around you quickly, or you can move a lot quickly, but your spirit remains the same, and you remain soft even in this heat, even in the fast pace. You can still maintain your sensitivity. And I say that because a cheetah is one of the, I want to say, like, only big cat that doesn't roar, or, yeah, it still meows. Okay, cheetahs meow. And I think that's so cute. That, their main thing is their speed. It's about how quickly they move. They're not about being vicious and having the biggest teeth of the jungle. Their superpower that they picked was speed, and they want to move quickly. They want to get there fast. They have a lot of excitement and fast energy and bursts of energy, right? But they're still like kind of a kitten out of the big cats. And so they're so fierce, but it's about being like smarter, not harder. And it's about being like, how can I, not just smarter, not harder, but or smarter, yeah, but how can I be more strategic, as well as being sensitive, or how can I be strategic so I can still be sensitive, but be in these spaces that need a lot of heat and energy and power, and there may be some vicious things around of just the industries that you're in, or the markets, or the CEOs or something. But the way that you are quick, the way that you are sensitive, so you can pick up on a lot of things, cues and maybe body language and different stuff like that. But you use strategy, you use your mind more, and come on, quick action. Fucking cheetah. Like, quick. You are quick thinking. You are incredibly sharp. And your mind does protect you. Your mind does allow you to be sensitive and stuff because you know how to stay safe. And I just think you're incredibly stealthy, right? Obviously. But this stealth is helping you get your projects along, or your ideas, or whatever. Like, you know how to operate in spaces because you've really honed in on your superpower. And you have that confidence and that creativity, the passion to do it. All right? What makes you so successful? What makes this group so successful? Cheetah group. What makes the cheetah group, the cheetah girls, cheetah boys, or anything in between? What makes the cheetah group so successful? Okay. All right. Okay. Maybe way too much, but that's okay. So you're incredibly independent. You work on changing your perspective. You know how to balance play and work, life balance. You know how to end things. You know how to move on. Okay? Right? Cheetah knows how to move on. Hell yeah. You know how to move on. You know how to move on and upgrade. You know when it's time to level up. You know when it's time to let things die. You know when it's time to let your old self die. You know when it's time to let people go and move on to new terrain. All right? You know when it's time to put the overthinking down. Maybe you do it for a little while, but then you know how to get quick. You know how to get new quick thoughts into your mind. You are incredibly independent, okay? You know how to provide for yourself. You know how to create for yourself. You know how to give yourself the physical and emotional needs that you need. You know how to provide that. You know how to create your garden and your life and build and grow and create things. You know how to do that. You know how to level up, even if it takes you a long time. You're like, I know how to plant the seeds. I know how to kind of reserve myself so that you can do these bursts of energy, right? That the cheetah needs to rest a lot so then it can run and do its bursts. And you know that balance. You know how to do that like dance between your energy and rest. All right. What makes this group so successful? What makes this cheetah group so successful? Okay. Well, I'm not going to take it all, but I will take the Empress card because that's what I'm talking about. It is being in your own garden, being fruitful, knowing how to nourish yourself, knowing how to rest, knowing how to receive, knowing how to grow. Yes, absolutely. Know how to create. Wow. What makes this group so successful? What makes this group so successful? Your business ideas, your self-control and your business ideas. Okay, you got the Enterprise card. So definitely if you're an entrepreneur, you have any kind of business endeavor, your creative abilities and the energy to create that, you have the passion to create that. You have the confidence and the passion to create whatever endeavor you are wanting. Okay, you have your mind under control when it comes to being able to harness it into your creations, into your projects, into your jobs, into your ideas. You know how to harness that power. And a lot of that is getting power from and ideas from spirit. Yeah. What makes you so successful? You also could have an amazing sense of justice. You are fair. You are just. That's probably why people like to work with you, and why you feel confident moving so quickly is because you have this balanced, fair. It's just you have good common sense. You have a good sense of ethics and morals. So you can move forward quickly because you can trust yourself. All right. You could also really do well under pressure. And what makes you so successful is how pressure affects you and how it inspires you and how it inspires other people when they see this. And yeah, it's like conflict could really kind of ignite you sometimes into really creating something amazing. Not that I would want that for you. I want you to have all the peace and serenity that you want, but you could be somebody that kind of thrives and likes the pressure, a little bit of chaos, a little bit of conflict, a little bit of drama, because it fuels you so deeply to change, to evolve, to create, to make money, to heal, to reevaluate, to get a new perspective. You're like, oh, where's the ties? Where's the bonds? How am I limited? Let's put some pressure on that. Let's test it out. Let's I'm seeing like an animal like playing tug of war with the rope. Like whatever the rope is that's limiting you, you're like being playful and like ripping it off with your teeth and like playing like a dog. Like I'm getting this. Sometimes you get in tug of war energy because it's playful, and this conflict is teaching you. This conflict is healing because you are breaking up energy and you're putting your burst of energy onto the situation. All right. What makes you so successful? What makes you so successful? What makes you successful? What makes you successful? People could really feel like home with you, and they could feel like they've seen you before or been with you before, or just like you could have family vibes that just make it where people feel really comfortable with you, and they feel like they can synchronize with you easily, they can get in tune with you easily, or they can just feel safe with you. They can trust you because you trust yourself. You got the kindness card, so come on. And I'm really getting that, like, when you balance your play and your work, for one, that you maybe encourage other people to really balance their play and their play and work life better, and that you can tell that you're not kind to yourself because you're letting yourself be dynamic, and you're not just putting yourself in a box or making you have tunnel vision. You understand that life and work is only worth living and working if you actually live it. if you're actually enjoying your money, then okay, then you should work hard. But you're like, why would I work hard? But not play hard. Like, isn't that why we're working? But yeah, like this came right over the balance card. So you really know how to balance your masculine and feminine side, your kind of elder energy and your little kid energy, and your creativity with your professionalism and your logic and stuff like that. You know how to balance out your energies and balance other people's energies. And you also really just know how to balance, how do I enjoy my life the most, but also save for my future and be smart and invest and make sure that we're all provided for or whatever. You know how to take care of yourself. You know the balance. And even if you teeter off on and off, like, you know how to get back to an equilibrium. Okay, oh my gosh. What? These are the same exact cards. Look at the girls. They are balancing the discs. This is the resistance card, and look at how she's playing with it. I always thought, like, how playful for a resistance card, right? Like, she's juggling these two, I don't know, they kind of, to me, look like bubblegum. She has, like, strings on her fingers, but she's playing with the tension. She's playing with the tangledness, and that's you. You know how to play with the conflict, play with the pressure, and really find the best in the situation, and you let it evolve you let it change you for the better, and other people see your solutions and your creativity, but it's very fiery too, and it's like, wow, you're really playing with conflict over there, right? Like, you're really playing with fire, and it doesn't bother your peace, so you can do it, and you can create, and you can learn from it. All right. What makes you so successful? What makes you successful? What makes this group successful? What makes this group successful? Wow. Okay. Oh my gosh. This is it. You like a good challenge. You're up for a challenge. I mean, the cheetah is up for a race, right? The cheetah is still tough. Like, yeah, it meows, but it's still a big cat. It's still up for the challenge, for the hunt. Okay? You're up and for the challenge, and you know to kind of lean into challenges because you know the love behind it. You know your love behind it. So you can kind of lean into those hard places because you know how to heal and restore and untangle these things. You know how to forgive. You have a big heart full of love, and that's why you don't mind getting into challenges, because you know, well, we can always recover, we can always forgive, we can heal. Let's just get the truth out there, and then we'll move on from there about healing, you know? Wow. You're an amazing observer. You observe, then you act, or you at least observe and change, but you're very smart, and you observe with love, and I think that vision is so powerful. The way you release, the way that you express yourself, the way that you release your energy and get your energy out, you feel like home, you feel like family. You're successful because you bring these home family vibes everywhere you go. And people love that, and they want to work with that. And you make business and school and different things feel like home. And your imagination, okay? That's about having that elder thinking that I was talking about with the little kid energy, and being able to mix your wise and your young energies and all of it, masculine, feminine, to create something new, okay? Last cards. What makes you so successful? Wow. You got 2 kindness cards, okay? Your sweetness, your kindness, and that's what I'm talking about. The cheetah is a big cat, but it still meows. It's still sweet. And you do all of this, and you lean into challenge, and you flip your perspective, and you're independent, and you really have this fiery justice about you. And that's because you have your heart and your home in the forefront with forgiveness and kindness. You're authentic. Okay, you got the authenticity card. That's why people trust you and love you. That's why you're independent and successful. You are so successful because you're connected to Mother Earth, because you're of a kind heart, because you know how to deal with challenge. You love challenge. You lean into it, and you love changing your perspective and using your imagination, observing, and being able to work with resistance. That's what makes you such a success. All right? I love you so much, Cheetah Group. Way to just be a success and be so fun in the way that you are creating solutions and yeah, just being so authentic and balancing that play and life. That's what makes you so successful, is being able to balance the pleasure and the work and different things like that. Because if not, why are we working, you know? I love you so much. You are so beautiful. I am so thankful for your energy and so thankful for your love. Thank you for being here. Social media and tip jar is down below, and I hope to see you again soon, okay? Bye. Peace. All right, if you chose the black egg pile, this is your group. You mysterious, spiritual, divine, connected to cosmic mother being. Okay. Obviously, this is a card of having immense potential for literally anything. And the black egg is, it's like this black kitty right here. It's mysterious, and people might misunderstand it. They might misunderstand you. And maybe that's just because you've been through so much heartbreak and grief and different things that people are uncomfortable with your range of emotions and your range of energies. They could be uncomfortable with the depths of your heart and the depths of your emotion and your thinking. People could maybe get uncomfortable because of the way you express yourself and the way that it ignites something in them that they aren't ready to release. You have a path that might create tension, or people might be uncomfortable, or they might misunderstand you. And you're successful because I think you're okay with this. And we're all going to be misunderstood, right? We're all going to be seen by the people people perceive from their own reality. So, they're projecting onto us their own situation and their own way that they might view darkness or whatever. But when you embrace this and you're tapped in to this power, that you're not afraid of darkness, you're not afraid of going deep or sad or into these places of deep humanity and dark creation and just creative goo, like I'm getting like this primordial kind of thing. When you're in a transition period, or you're adopting new energies, whatever it is, when you get into these just these depths that people are kind of afraid to go to, but you're so successful because you're not afraid of the dark, you're not afraid of these depths, you're not afraid to be misunderstood. And you're actually getting power from these things because you know your truth. You know what you're connected to. You know your creativity. You know your power and your passion. You know that you have this stability that's growing and that you're waiting for your time to kind of shine, or not waiting for your time to shine, but you're okay with people not seeing your shine right now because it's in the dark, because it's in the soil, because it's growing, it's setting up roots, it's in the foundation stage. You're okay with that. And you're healing. That's what makes you successful. Like point blank period. The way that you're healing yourself, the way you're restoring, the way you're healing consciousness, the way you're healing the universe, like that's what makes you successful. But yeah, you are like the poet energy, the artist, the writer, the person with the strange ideas that everybody's gonna understand like in 10 years. And if that's not what you want, okay, you can express yourself however and become, more understood, or do whatever. But I think that you've embraced, you've accepted, you have this patience about you, this understanding, this wisdom that is making it where everything's lining up and synchronizing and getting the structure and growing properly, growing with a strong foundation. And you're really setting up those roots, and you're deeply, deeply connected to spirit. All right. Okay. Whew, what else makes you so successful? What else makes you successful? Why are you such a success? Okay. You are the poet. All these cards were showing up when I was just splitting the deck earlier. Okay. The mystery, the magic, the passion. You are the artist. You have this mad potential, okay? This wild amount of potential that I can't even begin to explain. That's why it takes so much of like the gestation period, is because you contain so much within you. You are an artist. You are Queen of Wands. You have passion, potential, and vision. You have the Queen of Wands, the artist, and the wand. This is the ultimate card of creativity right here. Okay. You are creative, you are passionate, you are artistic, you are the poet, the writer, the artist, the whatever it is. You're a creator. You create, you have a vision. And you're also healing a lot. You're also healing a lot. You've been through a lot. So I get it. If you've been through so much and then you have so much to give, so much to offer, so much to create and to shine and to build and to grow and all that, that being kind of, I don't want to say invisible, but being in the dark, being in the soil, being in the foundation period, being where you're not in that bursting out shining mode, I get it, because you want to be fully healed by the time you let out all this passion and creativity, because you have so much to give. You want that solid foundation, right? You want to be over these things, because this person isn't battling anymore, but they still have some defenses up. They still have some healing, whatever. And that's so understandable. Your success comes from your consciousness, your awareness, your healing, the fact that you're thinking about your psychology and you're trying to heal your thought patterns, or that you're trying to, create in a way that's being a healthy outlet for these emotions. You are healing so much. I guarantee you're probably healing your ancestors, your whole line. You're affecting and influencing and healing people all around you. But people really don't have any idea how deep, how much you're really internally changing yourself. And just bravo for doing the work creatively and internally, even when people don't see it, even when you don't get any recognition, when you don't get any credit. And this is the ultimate success, because you're creating success deep within your soul. That's a success that's like a chemical change, a DNA change, a energetic change for your entire line. You are doing so much. And the universe is so proud of you. You're so important. You are going to be birthing a seed and a plant, like so much fruit from what you're doing. But you going through this period where people maybe don't see it or whatever is so important, because you're finding your true internal success. Success not based on anybody else, not based on any external validation. You're finding your success deep within your bones. You are deeply healing. And that's why you're so successful. Okay, you are successful on this deep soul level. And everybody else will see, everything will catch up and shine when it needs to shine. You create whatever. But I think this patience, this acceptance, and this healing, and this like internal validation, not external, deep success. All right, what makes you so successful? What else makes you so successful? Wow. Okay. So you're going from this needing this healing, but this is what you're stepping into. This king of innovation, this king of passion. You got the wealth card. What? You are so successful because you're wealthy on a soul level. You go within, you contemplate, maybe you meditate, or you just do meditative things, but you at least meditate on your own thoughts and work out your own conflict or anything like that. But you contemplate, you reflect, you go within, you hermit when you need to hermit, you find your peace, you find your logic, you find your wealth, and you evolve, you innovate, you heal, you create. You got the two queens of the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups. So you have your emotional intelligence. Okay, that's what that means. Your emotional intelligence is incredible. That's what makes you so successful, is your emotional intelligence. You know when to go within. You know when to go in and feel and heal. Then you got the King of Wands, the King of Passion, with the Queen of Wands. I forgot. You got the King and Queen of Wands. You got three queens. King and Queen of Wands, you are, especially with your passion and creativity, you got it from your creative, passionate, from masculine and feminine sides, both sides of your brain. But you are the ultimate creator because you go into that void, you go into the empty, you go into that dark space, and then you create from there. And you can create from any level of it, but you start there, and you start by that going within, and you're not afraid to go deep and dark. Yeah, you literally got the creativity card. Okay, you get the most creative card in the deck, you get the creativity card, you got the card of reason, you got the card of innovation, you got the card of evolution, you got the card of wealth. I'm asking, what makes you successful? You're wealthy, you have wealthy ideas, you are abundant, you are wealthy mindset, you have what it takes because you're going within and you're starting in the seed, you're starting in the soil, and that's what you have to do. You have to prepare yourself to grow the harvest. If you really are serious about gaining more wealth, you have to deeply create that space to actually have that. And you have to be able to support that weight of your wealth, or it's not going to last. So you're creating that practicality. You're creating the space. You're going within. You're getting your mind and spirit, everything together. You're going dark. And then you create and you explore from there. Okay? What else makes you so successful? What makes you so successful? What makes you successful? What makes this group successful? Yeah, your wisdom. You are just so wise. You are spiritually, known on a soul level. You have this deep, trusted wisdom because you go into those dark spaces. You know how to organize your thoughts. This organization, it reminds me of the same kind of pattern. It's about being in touch with the magic around you, being in touch with spirit around you, the energy around you, being in touch with synchronicity and being able to flow and notice patterns and use those patterns to your benefit. You can get really intimate with people and that's what makes you successful as a person, because you can get very close to people because you've been in these dark spaces, or you are in these dark spaces, or whatever. But you've been there, you have the stories, you have the healing, you have the wisdom to help. And you do. And you can get really intimate with people because I feel like nothing scares you, and the people's darkness doesn't, you don't judge it or shame it or are surprised by it. So people can come to you. You know how to deal with anger. You know how to use anger or bad emotions or whatever. You can use anything to inspire, to create. You surrender to the universe. You surrender to the rest period that sometimes you have to take, and the the patience that you have to grow something of this magnitude, to create something of this magnitude as an artist, as an entrepreneur, as a whatever. You understand the depth that's needed to hold such big space, or to hold so much. Your self-worth, you really know who you are, and you're healing that. That's why you're doing this deep within recovery. It's like soul recovery, dark nights of the soul. What makes you so successful? What makes you a success? What makes you successful? What makes you a success? Okay, so your knowledge. You got wisdom and knowledge. I mean, it came out on top of each other. You've got your wisdom and knowledge, and I'm getting this is, like millennia. Like, your soul has been around the block, all right? And that's why you know to do this. You know, you're like, oh, that's the only way is to implode. Like, and that's what that's how you create a bigger, better version of yourself. And you kind of ignite this, you're kind of a catalyst for people in their lives. And you show them how you can go internal instead of external and stuff like that. Okay, you have the abundance card. What makes you so successful is that you are abundance, you are a star, you are gold, you are creation, you are the universe, you are source energy. That's the word. You are source, and you know your source, and you're learning to tap in to that, and to tap into your soul, tap into the source energy, and transform from there. You're really funny and your stories are really funny. You know how to connect things, so you know how to make people laugh. You remember things, so you know how to make people laugh. You are smart, so you know how to make people laugh. You are intelligent, you're witty, sharp. You know how to flip a bad situation. You know how to heal poison. You know how to bring joy into the dark. And you know how to not like, it's like you're not trying to change it or even laugh at the trauma. You just allow it to be there. And you accept it. You don't judge it. And so people feel really comfortable to laugh and smile and be joyful because they feel like they can just breathe out and let go and be themselves because just of who you are and your nature of being somebody that can handle the dark. All right, what makes this group so successful besides your wisdom, your organization, your stories, your support, your internal wealth, the way you reflect and contemplate, the way you go within, the way you're not afraid of the dark and you know how to use the darkness and heal from it and grow and transform yourself, the way that you are an amazing companion, an incredible partner, an incredible friend, and you surrender to the flow of life. You surrender to the intimacy or to the relationship. You have the wisdom of like an old witch or wizard. You have and it's not just wisdom, or it's not just knowledge, it's wisdom, even though you got the knowledge and the wisdom card, because you apply it. And that's what I think the difference is the application. You apply knowledge. It's deep. You embody it. When you embody knowledge, that's wisdom. And you do that. Your soul does that. That's why. Because you're organizing, you're recalibrating so that you upgrade. So because you have evolution, you evolve. All right. Okay, what makes you so successful? What makes this group so successful? What makes this... Yeah, you're recreating your own fate. It's you embracing fear, darkness. You know that the only way to heal the fear is to like feel through it. And so you feel through fear. And that's what makes you successful. I mean, you know that you can't properly feel through love and joy unless you do that. And you do. And I think that you getting to the other side of that fear is what fuels you. And that's what's revealing to you the newness and how you do that for other people too. So you have amazing provision, amazing advice. You have a keen eyesight and you're curious. You have a mothering energy to you. You're strong, you're fortified and fruitful. You remember where you come from. You're deep. You understand that roots are the most important part of the plant. You understand that your roots and foundation and core is the most important part, and then everything else will follow. You understand your strength. Your strength is what makes you so successful. You understand to work with fate. It's like you surrender to the universe. You surrender to destiny, as well as continuously being a co-author and transforming yourself so that you're not living a story that you don't believe is 100% true for you. You completely create an authentic path for yourself with the universe constantly. You're like refreshing. You hit refresh so that you stay the most authentic version of you. And you're so connected and creative. That's what makes you so successful. And then you are really unique in the way that you express yourself, the way that you change, the way that you adapt, and the way that you evolve. You are somebody that takes their little child self with them on all steps. But wow, you have ancient wisdom within you, and a creativity and a passion, an abundance. You're inspiring. You're a muse. You're connected to spirit deeply, deeply. It could be just deep healer, witch, wizard vibes, okay? Ancient, like spiritual leader, master, teacher. Yeah, wow. What makes this group so successful? What makes this group so successful? What makes this group so successful? The way that you know that the deep pain and fear on the opposite side of the spectrum is the pleasure and ecstasy, and that you are freeing and releasing yourself to be the truest, most authentic version. That's why you implode, is so that you can explode later with just pure, authentic, creative power. You're extremely intentional. I mean, what? Look at these rays. How? You go within, and then you explode with creativity and yeah. So you're absorbing so much like black does, the darkness does. It absorbs. It digests, it understands, it restructures, reframes, it gets the chaos and creates it, learns it, forms it. And then you use that power, raw power, you use it as fuel for your vision. You let it come out of your vision and you shine, and you do get the extroverted waves, and you release so much goodness into the world, so much healing. You release ideas of a world that's magic and pure and whole and beautiful, and that's because you go so dark, so deep, and you feel through the things. And you show people that that's the way you have to do it. You have to feel through. All right, what makes this group so successful? What makes this group so successful? Hell yeah. You are the storm. You are somebody that takes the darkness and the light. Oh my gosh, the crow was wanting to come out before for this other pile. You are so wise. You're such an ancient teacher, healer, sage, wizard, sorcerer, sorceress, god, goddess, whatever. But you have, why I like witch or wizard and fairy even, is because it's not just angel and God. It's about being someone of power that uses the darkness and the light, that knows how to balance both, and that lives in between both. That's why the fairy is not just an angel. She's more mysterious. She's darker and more complex maybe, because it's the light and the dark. And you got the shapeshifter, you got the storm, the crone, and the shapeshifter. This ancient wisdom, this adaptability, the way you can use chaos, the way you use chaos magic to fuel. You are a magical storm. You use the darkness for magic and love. Okay? You can use death. You just know the cycles of life, and you can use anything to create. And you see the magic in everything. And you manifest, or will manifest. You could do spells. Your words are spells. I mean, all of our words are spells, but because you know this, because your intention is so sharp, your intention is so clear. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. All right, what makes you successful? What makes this group successful? Your attitude and the way you exert yourself. And the heights that you go, the levels that you're trying to reach, your ambition, your attitude, you're abundant. I mean, you are fierce, okay? You are really strong. You're incredibly fierce. And you're in touch with destiny. You're in touch with your passion. You're in touch with your power, your creativity. And the way that you just go in and reset and then explode as a new creature, it's like you kill yourself off and recreate and reborn yourself. Like, you're not afraid of the storm. You're not afraid of destruction, because you can rebuild even better every time. And you have the skill and the contemplation. You have the peace and the passion, the reason and the imagination. And you know, whatever you want to create, you need to create the foundation to support that. And you do. And you show others how they can create the support and gratitude and abundance and uniqueness within themselves to be able to create a new world.